Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Obvious Response channel. And this is going to be the 50th episode of the Farming Simulator 22 series. And here we are at the shop where I have spent a lot of time off camera trying to get things in order. So, we are ready to move into September, but let me quickly walk you through a few things that I have done. First of all, I got rid of the front loader on this front loader attachment on our John Deere because it wasn't serving any purpose. Instead, I got a front weight attached to it. The rest, everything is the same. We got the new low loader with this ramp that makes it easier to get things on and off. Yeah, so we don't have to align wheels to any of those previous ramps from the older trailer that we had. So this will go back to the farm, but I have been using this and it makes a lot of things very easy. And now for the main attraction. So I have bought this wheel loader here, and as you can see, we have all the belts here at our bulk hauls on field number 2, so that when we need to unload these we can easily set them up with the belts. So I transported all these belts using the trailer which we just saw, and I bought this wheel loader to operate this attachment. So this cuts the sugar beets into sugar beet cuts, so we will be using it later, but I didn't want to have a tractor up here just so that we could run this. So I bought a wheel loader with this. So this is the class Torian 639, and it will stay here and do whatever needs be. So yeah, those were some things which I did, and now we can move into the month of September finally. So let's head over to our safe house, and this time we will start at 6 a.m. because it will be very dark at 5. I'm sure it will be dark at 6 as well. But yeah, we should get sunlight soon. And something has picked out here, as you can see. So let me see if I can fix this by restarting the game. Yeah, it has never happened before, but there's always a first time for everything. So let's see if we can get this back up and running. So yeah, let's see if we have lost any progress. I think everything looks same. So yeah, let's try that again. Let's try 6 o'clock again. Yep, does it well this time. No issues. Not sure what happened there, but not a problem. Simple restart fixed it. I mean, didn't even restart, just went back to the main menu. And we have some crates here to collect. Obviously, we are low on space in our silo, but let's have a look at the crops first. So, grass is again ready to be harvested, grapes are ready to be harvested, and nothing else for now. So, we have already done potatoes, sorghum, and red beet, carrots, and parsnip. So, we only have grapes, and we need to seed wheat and barley as well. So let's hope the rain stops soon so that we can start harvesting. But in the meantime, we need to buy machinery to harvest grapes. So let's head over to the shop and check. Nothing too fancy in the sales section. So let's check on the grape harvesters. So this is the New Holland. And these are the ones with the modded capacity. So I mean we will buy this one for sure. 200 to 2500 horsepower, not sure what need that much horsepower for. This has an operating speed of 41 kilometers per hour and this has 17, but we can always change that. But this does not have the, I mean it has the capacity, but it does not have this extra liquid fertilizer tank. So we are not using liquid fertilizer anyway. As we discovered last time, we can very well use our normal fertilizer to do everything that needs to be done, and that uses the solid fertilizer. So yeah, we only need the capacity, we don't need anything else, and I think 20,000 liters should be enough. I'm not sure how we are going to carry it though. So let's see what are, I see any combinations here. No. Okay. Grape technology. So these are again the modded versions. We don't need them. We do need these trailers. So this has 14.5 cubic meters. This is 12 and this is 6. So this is the largest one that we have. I'm not sure if we can use a normal trailer with this, but this is the biggest one that we have. I hope it's not too wide. But yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, we already have a small plow, but I don't think we will need that. because for the grape fields we have this subsoiler, and I think it can do everything that a plow can. So we'll buy this one and we will use this. Our normal fertilizer will do everything the fertilizer needs to do, and I think we already have one to prune the pre-prune the grapevines so that new grapes can grow. So coming back to the harvester, we'll go with this one with the 20,000 liter capacity. We can go 100,000 liters. Yeah, maybe we can do that so that we don't have to stop in between the harvest. And this is 750 horsepower, so we need a little extra, but yeah, we can customize it later if we need it. Not, I do not want to have a bigger engine unless I need it. The beacon window tint tank cover. You mean tank cover? Okay, the tank cover, whether it should be the design color or we haven't. Obviously, this is going to be all green as we have done so far. Interior setup. Okay. Anything else? The grids. Okay. Not sure. So this can be, doesn't matter that much. Trim color can be black, and I think that's pretty much it. Hmm. So let's go ahead and buy this and quickly jump over to the shop here. Okay. We can buy another tractor, but I don't want to buy another Landini. 75 horsepower. This is 114. So let's go with the Fint here. It says it can work in the grape fields, and it is okay. It's just the rear tires that will change. I don't think we need. So let's buy this. And now can send all of these to field number 9. There's our grape field. And this looks pretty small in front of the trailer. But I'm sure it'll work it out. I'm still a little skeptical as to whether this will fit between the rows, but we'll find out soon enough. So this is on its way, and let's get into the harvester. Okay, get this on its way. Over to field number 9. And this has a speed of 33 kilometers per hour, so it's not that slow. And we have this disc harrow, which we will find a way to transport this. Anyways, coming back to the farm, what is happening? Okay, instead of going straight, it has decided to take this route. And the harvester has decided to go straight. Pretty unpredictable. Anyways, so coming back to the farm here, let's see what all we need to do. So we have 200, so we can store 8 more crates here. I think that'll all be honey. We have collected everything that we need to from the farm. Now let's check on how much milk have the cows produced, because this month, hmm, okay, it will be only grapes for the cereal factory, so we'll get raisins for the cereal factory, but we don't have any sugar. But we will get an idea as to how much milk we are producing now. So it's 4,687 liters in this cow barn, and that's not nearly enough. Hey boy. And 5,718. So yeah, we are not producing enough milk to sustain both. So yeah, let me just check. So this actually doesn't need to go inside. So yeah, I think we'll be fine. So we'll park this in here for now, and I'm not sure whether our harvester will be able to fit. But yeah, it doesn't need to fit right now because right now it needs to harvest. So we'll set it off to work right away. So our grapes are ready, and finally we do see little bunches on there. I mean, that's the plural for bunch, right? Bunches. Not sure about that, guys. Yeah. Okay. So let's set this off here, and yeah, it will work. So the vines will go in there, and then it will separate the grapes, which will then get stored in a tank in there somewhere. So yeah, let's see. I don't think. Turn on harvester. Let's unfold it first. So I'm not sure if it we can have an AI worker do this or not. But yeah, that's the harvester turned on. And I'm not sure. I don't know. So I'm not sure if it is just with the modded version or if it is with the normal versions as well. But yeah, we are surely collecting some grapes manually. So you can see the extra leaves falling out from the sides and the grapes getting separated right in the middle. More than 1,000 liters from a single vine here. Yeah, need to keep it straight, otherwise it will get stuck just like this. And we can increase the speed a bit to the usual 30, and it definitely will not let us use the AI worker. So we will have to do this manually, and I will quickly check if the normal harvester can use the AI worker if it is something which is wrong with the modded one. But yeah, I will see you in a bit back on this field after checking a couple of things. So welcome back guys, and this is the unmodded version of the harvester, and as you can see we still cannot use an AI worker with this. So yeah, I guess we are doing this manually. So we will be doing this manually, and I will first send the Landini so that it can bring that. Okay, so let's get into it. So field number 9 is here, and you can see we have harvested some part of it. I think we have done 2 rows so far. We will need to turn this on, and I wonder if it's going to be here this way. Hmm, I definitely don't think. Yeah, it is going to be easier this way. So yeah, guys, I think I'll be here for some time. So I will see you when I'm almost done with the field, because you don't, I mean, you definitely don't want to see me driving up and down. So that's the fourth wine that I'm doing right now, and we have lots and lots more. Yeah. Welcome back, guys, and the final verdict is here in my hands. So in Farming Simulator 22, you pre-prune the grapes in the late fall or early winter after harvesting, and when the vine leaves turn yellow or brown slash withered, typically around November. So harvest first, then wait for leaf change, and which means that after harvest, wait for the leaves on the vines to turn yellow, brown, or withered. So that will be around November. And if you check the calendar here, so around November is here. So that is when we can pre-prune the leaves, but we have to let them turn yellow or brown or withered. So that means we cannot pre-prune them now. We can only prepare the field. So the pre-pruner goes back, the shed, we fold it. So we cannot do it immediately after the harvest. We have to wait for the leaves to change color, but we can still prepare the soil. So that's what we will do now, and see if it's again, or are they done. It is going for them again. So let's start. Meanwhile, I'll get back on the harvester. So this one has a bigger engine on this, I mean, compared to the in-game one, but the subsoiler keeps stopping after every. So we have 15,000 liters already. Let's this on. Yeah, it is tedious. It is a bit tedious. That's all part of the game. Not everything can be simple. So yeah, let's go for the next one. And now that we know how things work, because we've done it once, next time I'm hoping it will be a bit simpler because we won't be as clueless as we were this time around. So yeah, getting almost 1,000 liters from each wine. So I think we should have plenty by the time we are done, but definitely not easy crop to have. And I thought beets and other root crops were complicated. What do I know? So yeah, still a few wines to go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more to go after this. So yeah, I'll see you at the end of the field. Welcome back, guys, and I am harvesting the last wine on our grape field, and we'll get something around 30,000 liters of grapes, which if you compare to other crops is not much, but that's probably relative to how much capacity the grape processing plant has. And let me just get out and double check that we haven't missed any. So I think everything is pretty much covered. So yeah, we'll just, we'll buy the grape processing plant and unload. I'll try to unload directly first. If that doesn't work, we have our trailer right there. But let me just get that bit that we missed. Don't want to leave anything behind. So that should be it. So this is the grape processing plant and we don't own it right now. So we will buy it once we unload the grapes. So let's see if we can unload it directly. Yeah, I think we can. It has taken all of it, and now we can go ahead and buy this. So we have 30,335 liters of grapes in there, and we are producing both raisins and grape juice. And it looks like hmm, so we don't need to produce grape juice because that is going to sell directly. What we need to produce is the raisins because that will go in our cereal factory, and it has much more capacity. So if we want, we can have more grape orchards, but that is something that we'll decide later on. For now, let's see if this can fit. Let me just fold this. Yeah, it can fit here quite easily. We have 10 liters of grapes in this, so we actually didn't need this. But yeah, it's there if we need it. Let's unload that as well. Yeah, and that's the grape harvest done. I mean, apart from the fact that the AI won't do it for us, I don't think it's that much of a challenge. So let me just park this in here. We will need that tree pruner, but not anytime soon. We'll need it in November. So let me see if I can fit this tractor in here. Perfect. Although I won't be able to get out of it. So this has stopped again, and I'm not sure how this is going to work. Will it stop after each row? So let's start this again. So our field is now, I mean, it says it needs plowing in some places. I'm not sure how we can get that because we have already done this area here, and it still says that it needs plowing. So the row that we are doing right now, we've already done it. This is a bit confusing. I'm not sure if we can get rid of this using our plow because we have a plow right here in this one. and I think it can work with the grape fields, because if you look at the subsoiler, the working width is 1.5 meters, and if you look at the plow that we have, and there was supposed to be a mulcher, right? We forgot about that completely. So this has a working width of 1.2 meters. So it can very well fit in the grape fields. The rest are the bigger plows. But yeah, we completely forgot about the mulcher, and this is the mulcher that we need to use. So let's buy this, because we definitely want to mulch the fields first. So might want to get that fint down here to pick up that plow. Because we will use it, and in the meantime we are not doing any subsoiling at the moment until we get the plow. So let's see, we can start preparing these fields for the barley harvest, I mean for the barley seeding. So let's go ahead and do that. So we will need, okay, everything we need is up here. So we will need this fertilizer spreader first. So let's send this down to field number 46, 47. And next we are going to need the mulcher. So let's send it there, right here. On its way. And then we are going to need the plow. So yes, it's somewhere here. I'm getting some issues with the frame. With the frames, not sure why that is happening. But yeah, as always, we need to drive this ourselves. So let's cut through here. Because we can plant and barley. So we are basically at square zero now, where we were at the start of the year. Except for the fact that we own all the fields on the map. So yeah, let's park this right here. And our fertilizer spreader and mulcher are on their way. but I still don't know what is happening with the grape fields. I might have to look into that. But yeah, let's try to mulch it first and see if that changes anything. Everything we have done on that field till now has been a challenge in itself. So yeah, let's get this out of the way for now. We'll park this here, and once the mulching is done, we can then have a look at what we need to do. So yeah, that's basically everything that we have to do this month. We have harvested potatoes, sorghum, everything else. We just need to prepare the fields for wheat and barley and harvest our grapes, which for some reason is proving to be quite a bit of challenge. Our cow barns have enough food. Hay is there, straw, mineral feed, silage, everything looks okay on this one. And in this one, we are a little short on mineral feed, so that we will. And I am getting some frame issues here. Not sure why. But yeah, let's set our fertilizer to work on field number 47. And I will set it down here. This is not a leveled, I mean, we'll need to do this separately. Field number, I mean, the rest of the fields over there are joined, but I want to have, here we go. I want to have that path in between to enter these fields, so that's why I'm not joining it with those two fields up there. But we will plant barley on this just like the other two. So yeah, not sure why fertilizer is not reflected in that section. Maybe because it was plowed, but yeah, it does reflect on it. So no problems there. Might be a texture problem later, but in terms of functionality, I don't think we'll have. Yeah, we'll let this complete. In the meantime, check on field number 9. And let's see how mulching goes about. Okay, no field found. Still no field found, I think because it's outside. How about here? No field found. Is it because we have already run the... Yeah, probably. I don't want to set this off here because in case it turns right instead of left, it will just go straight into olive grove. Doesn't... No, doesn't want to work here as well. So it just says no field found, so I absolutely have no idea what is happening. Yep, it should mulch. Is it like nothing related to AI is going to work on this? Because if I do this, yeah, nothing changes. So can we not work on this right now? Or I mean, it might be possible that we are trying to work on this, but cannot for some reason because of the months or the seasonal growth that we... Because the mulcher, see, it's mulching right here, but nothing happens when I go here, which is strange. I try some in, so yeah, nothing happens. Not sure why that is. So yeah, nothing is working for us on the grape fields at the moment. I might have to look into it and figure out we are doing something wrong or there is a trick we are missing. But for now, our grape processing plant is up and running, and we are only producing raisins because we have very less quantity of grapes. And I will wait till November to do anything else on this field because that's when we are allowed to work on these fields. That's when the vines will dry out. But I will look into it, and if I find anything on the contrary, we would like to get this field at least prepared. So if you look here, it has mulched the outside of the field, but it doesn't want to go in here for some reason. Not sure what is happening here. I do see some evidence of mulching. So let me try on a few rows here and there. So we'll increase the speed to 30, and this is not at all how I expected it to go. But yeah, I'm sure we will learn a few things once we are through with this. We don't have much else to do in this month. So yeah, does it? Hmm. So let's do the next one and see. I'm getting a lot of graphics issues, lot of flickering here and there. Certainly hope nothing is going to crash. So anything, nothing changes. Still the same. Yeah, so I will have a look into this because this might not be the right time to do whatever we are trying to do here, and that might be the reason why there is apparently an issue with everything we try to do over here. So yeah, I will have a look and I will get back to you guys in the next episode. But yeah, we have completed the grape harvest. At least that was successful, but we are running into some issues while we are trying to prepare the fields for the next seeding or the next season. In the meantime, we can still work on our barley and wheat seeding here, which we will continue in the next episode. So, yeah, thank you for your patience. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. And to all my subscribers, thank you for your support. If you have any suggestions, you can leave them in the comments and I will have a look at them. But yeah, in the meantime, this is me signing off. Take care. Cheers.